the quotes for at the next meeting. That's the route we need to go.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that.
Hudson is with the John Deere.
No, the Maydex. What did they call that thing?
Manax.
Mannix. Maybe that's it.
Mantis.
Mantis.
Like a praying mantis. Yeah.
Okay, we're back on.
Okay, we're back into session, and we just opened the bid for monitoring and maintenance of the county emergency radio equipment. And the committee went outside and met. And I understand that this quote is a 3-year quote at $73,000 a year.
It's a 1-year contract with two-year automatic renewals. That's what we put out for bid, so that's what it has to be. So, and I think that's what he means on this length of contract, but it's actually 1-year contract with 2-year automatic renewals, unless one of us, we could at end of the first year say we want to rebid it.
Okay.
If we don't want to rebid it, we can just continue on with the same price. But anyway, with that being said, the committee is going to recommend that we go with the one bid that we received from Wilson Communications for a total of $73,000 per year, paid $6,083.33 monthly for a 1-year contract with 2 automatic renewals. That's it.
And then the parts.
And the parts, I'm sorry, the parts are 18% over cost, and
shipping.
And the shipping for it. I think that's better. Some of that, factors in the cost of the yearly, because it is less than what we were getting by just buying it straight. I think it was more than that. So it does not include tower climbing. It's just like last year. It's the same. Response time is less than 4 hours, which generally it's even less than that. So we've had good experience with Wilson Communications. He's done a great job, and he's been a lot of help to Ginger and to the county, and that's our recommendation.
I'll second it.
Okay, did you get all that?
Yeah, and I've got the paper too, so we're good.
Okay. Okay, y'all heard the motion and a second by Barry.
Yes, sir.
Questions? Okay, let's have roll call.
Davenport,
Yes.
Crosley. Yes. Wright,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Kyle,
Yes.
Chick.
Yes. Okay, next item of business. I understand you might want to table that item of business.
I think so. I think we ought to table item number 4.
And that's to approve a quote on a forestry head cutter. For
Yes, sir,
the
for
lake
the-
belt track hole for the road department.
Yes, sir. Let's table that for right now and see what we do on the mower.
Okay, you put that in form of a motion.
Yes, sir.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. Question? Okay, let's have roll call.
Davenport,
Yes.
Crosley. Yes. Wright,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Kyle.
Yes.
Chick.
Yes. Okay, item number 5 is discuss office space for the coroner's office. I know Barry and myself, we went out to the old drug task force building, and I've talked to Barry this morning, and the internet's on out there and the electricity's on. Now, the building's divided up into a lot of different little old offices. Some of them are fairly good sized offices, 10 by 12.
Where's this at now?
The drug task force building.
Where?
The drug task force building,
Thurston Drive. Over
Thurston Drive.
It's also where the garage is.
Oh, okay.
It's for the sheriff's
And,
maintenance behind Mark Hayes, right behind Mark Hayes' lot.
Okay.
But this would allow her to have an office, and I think that she's
What's
expressed
the deal?
interest in it.
Are we trying to rent it?
No,
We own it.
We own it, can't we?
We own the building. Drug task force moved out. The coroner's office is currently in the basement of the funeral home, so we're
Well,
talking
no,
about.
it's her office. It's just office,
just
right?
her office.
Office right now, I think, right?
Oh, she has moved.
Well, she mentioned something to me a while ago, Mary, you might want to come and stand about moving the cooler.
Well, I mean, if we're
I
paying,
thought that was the whole
I thought
idea.
that's what we were
She needs to
doing.
go look at it
I mean,
first.
it's $350 a month, and we could.
Well, that's what we were paying Young, wasn't it?
That's what we are paying, you know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was understand, okay. Let's hear it then.
I'm just ready to get everything under one roof.
I hear you.
Yeah, but you said you haven't been out there to even look at it.
I haven't looked at it, no.
And you need to go look at it before we get too
I
much
agree,
further.
but
Okay.
Are you on the building committee?
I guess I went with Judge the other day, whatever, but yeah, that judge got a key. You still have a key?
Do what?
You still have the key?
Yeah.
Okay. But it is chopped up in a bunch of different rooms though. I mean, it's gonna have to have a little.
Carpenter work.
It's gonna have to have a little bit inside work, so. I bet there's, what, 10, 12 offices in there probably.
So what, you haven't seen it, but what do you need? You need a garage bay that you can pull your vehicle into, and then
Yes, that would
a
be good.
prep room, a cooler room, a
prep
showroom,
room and a cooler can all go in the same room. It doesn't have to be a large area.
and you need your own
Concrete floor
office.
for that, but no large
Your
area.
Does it have to have a drain in the
Space.
concrete floor?
Your deputies could have an
What
office.
do you need a cooler room for?
Body?
I didn't know you took body.
Yes, I do, a lot.
Yeah.
Do you? I didn't know.
It's at Young's now. It's
I knew she's at
yeah, but
Young's.
it's a cooler, but it's a cooler. Really, her office is at her house. I think really her office is at her house.
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of things now is going electronically, like we've got a new lab this year. We have to submit that stuff electronically. I'm the only one right now that can do any of that. I'm the only one right now that can do any of the reports, because everything's at my house, the computer and everything's at my house. Some of the stuff is convenient, having the fax there is convenient, because I get calls late nights from insurance companies, from funeral homes, for things like that, for signing for cremations, to fax reports, toxicology reports to insurance companies, things like that. I can just go in the bedroom, pull the file, and fax it to them, and I'm done. I don't have to go nowhere. I can do it in my pajamas. But it's still in my house.
Yeah.
And so when I go on vacation or I'm out of town, those people have to wait for those things, because Adam doesn't have a key to my house. My deputies, you know,
So you
they
need
can't
2
do
or
what
3
needs to be
offices.
done.
Yeah,
Well,
the
no,
Deputies.
Well, you need 2 or 3 offices out there, then. Is that what you're saying?
no.
Well, you could have an office for your deputy, because there's enough out there. I mean,
Oh, okay. But you're saying if you're gone, then somebody else can be out there. You say your deputies, who do you,
I only have one right now. I don't have a second one. I am looking at a second one, but
is it Connors too?
no.
No.
Do you know where this building is?
Yeah, I know where it's at.
All right, now, you and I and the court at one time discussed security for where you would be located. What about that in your mind?
No, that's good out there. I've got lighting, it's fenced area, it's,
Fenced in, I know, yeah, okay. I just had to bring that up.
I didn't have that where you were talking about.
Yeah, I know.
So what's the next step?
I guess she needs to look at the building.
She needs to look and plan.
But I don't want to move in if it's just gonna be something temporary either. Like the judge says, you know, there could be other uses for that building. I'm not gonna need that whole entire building. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know how much room is out there, but I know I'm not gonna need all
It's
of that.
60 by 100. It looks like about half of it's the maintenance for the sheriff department.
And I don't need, like I said,
So, I mean, you're talking 3,000 square feet's half of it, so that's a whole lot of room, really.
but once we do move, wherever we're going to move, that's where it needs to be. I don't need to quit. I don't need to change phone numbers, fax numbers, and things like this, because, because
So your phone number today, is it a 542 number?
it is.
So you can't port, I don't think you can port a 542 number into
No.
the city of Russellville, so.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to move here and then, you know, 6
Because you'll have
months
to
from
change,
now
you'll have to
say,
change your
okay.
number when you
Yeah.
come to Russellville.
Because
No,
I need that
it's-
to stay consistent, because I get all of my lab reports, all of my autopsy reports, everything from ME's offices to insurance offices to other coroner's offices, everything. I mean, that's how we all communicate, so I don't need that number to change every 6 months.
Right. I mean, we could do a PO box, but then you have to go to the post office.
It needs to be permanent.
Well, if I'm gonna use the term unique, that's what you've got. Whoever you partner with needs to be able to be compatible, you know, where it doesn't interfere one with the other. Because
All right.
what you do is, you know, the sheriff's department or something like that, that'd be fine. But we need to be careful about who you partner with. Okay.
So I guess we could take it up in the next meeting after you look at it and see if it's feasible for you. And if it's feasible for it to be a permanent place for you and it's feasible for the county, then we can go and move forward with it.
What do you need a garage for? You asked if she needs a garage?
Well,
You don't
It
get
would be
an
nice.
Allison.
Well, she don't need a
Right.
garage for the current vehicle she has, but when we get a new one, I hope. we'll
It
put
would
in
just
the
be
garage.
nice to
Well-
pull
Oh,
in
you mean
somewhere
where
where
I-
I'm not, out there, I'm not being seen by the public. Where I'm at now, I'm being seen by the public. There's a whole
So-
subdivision right behind me, and I'm loading and unloading.
So when she
Okay.
unloads and unloads a body, if it's snowing or raining or sleeting, I mean,
Okay, I
it'd be
got you.
nice for her to be in
And then
protection.
there's times that we have
I didn't really know
automobile
what you did. I
accidents and
just thought you
things.
went out there and said they're dead. That was it.
I wish.
I didn't mean that for a joke, but seriously, I didn't really, you know.
Yeah, but a lot of times too, we have even had to use the extension office, we've used the maintenance, the road barn, we've used,
And that'll still probably have to take place, because it takes a whole lot of room to do.
from time to time, when we
Yeah.
I
have
understand
vehicles
that now.
Yeah, to
that we
do
have to
that.
bring in where
Yeah.
there's individuals entrapped, and we're on a major highway, we're either gonna have to shut that road down for several hours or move to a safer location, which is what we opt to do, rather than keep a highway shut down.
Right.
So, a lot of times we have to be inside for that, so.
Well, I think it's a good option, but like you said, we'll get you to check it out. Next board meeting, we'll take it up, if we need to move forward with it or not. Everybody else good with that?
Yeah, just take a look at it.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one thing I want to ask. Can you get with somebody, or can you lay out a plan that you would want to have that building reconstructed to suit your needs?
Like I said, the area that I don't need, if we have sufficient office space, me and the deputies both can be in there. In a small area to meet with the family in.
Yeah,
There is times when you meet with the families,
Yes.
and it needs to be
Oh, I-
presentable, and it needs to be respectful.
Well,
because-
that's what I'm trying to say. is, you know,
Yeah, yeah. But I think it needs to be in the front of the building, that part
Yeah.
needs to be in the front. They don't have to go through another
Right.
office.
Right.
When they come in that front door, it needs to be presentable and respectful, that where you can meet with the family.
It would be a really good place. I think only modifying that might need to be done that would help her is open up one side so she could have a pull-in part, if that's what she wanted.
Okay.
And there's plenty of room, and
In the garage, there's plenty of room.
yeah, there's plenty of room in there on that side that DTF occupied.
Yeah, not on his part.
Not on the
No,
garage
okay.
part.
On his, on the front
There
part.
would have to have somebody come in and build her a bay door to where she could pull in and out of and get out of the weather and stuff. But I mean, I think there's a lot of course, the security is there and all that. But and there is, I think that front room would be a really good place for a viewing and to meet with family. So I mean,
It's a
she's
lot
got
of
our
room.
full support with coming out there and doing what we need to do to make it easier for her.
Okay.
So, she
Okay,
definitely
well.
needs a spot.
Y'all, restroom facilities in your park?
In our part, yes.
You do? Okay. I
And,
knew there was
there is
two.
one in
There's
the
two.
front part, yes.
There's two in the front part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's there, and, like I said, it's just adding some walls or securing up some things on there for her. And, now Jackie's old office would probably work for her because it's already there and it is an office. And then you have that front viewing glass. So, I think there's a lot of potential there. It may have to do some modification, but.
Well, that modification, I can't sit here and tell you when for sure that will happen. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a dock. It's a dock ramp.
Doc, yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
dock ramp there.
I thought there was.
Yeah, so like I say, we're happy to have her out there and do what we do to help make it better, so.
I don't know, I'll talk to you later, but it's no big deal. But I noticed a few things that need to be picked up around there, so I don't know what department that is.
No, it's in the process. We
Okay.
were waiting on to make sure DTF and everything was done, and nothing was left that they were gonna come back and look for, so yeah, But we can talk about it, but no,
Yeah.
it's been discussed.
Okay, thank you. We like stuff to look good, and
Yeah.
that there needs to up notch a little. You need to look at it, and then we'll just take it up next court meeting. It suits me, suits y'all.
Sounds good.
But there's a lot of room there, but, I mean, it's going to have some
Well,
work.
like I said, I don't need a whole building, I just need a working area.
It's,
I mean, we're paying for storage on election stuff. We can use the room.
okay. All right,
Alrighty,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, discuss Christmas luncheon, how we're going to proceed with the Christmas luncheon for employees. Last year, we got to get out and get some figures. Last year, they were picked up, and I hope that everybody got one and a suitable meal. You know what I'm talking about, at the time I eat it, and was either talking about doing something similar or just issuing a certificate for them to be able to turn in to get a meal. Won't we, Amanda?
I just need some direction, I guess, on how to plan, if we're gonna do what we did last year.
So they boxed it up last year.
I think
Is there an issue, I mean, as long as we get somebody to bid on it that will serve it to us, you know, like if you can go to the restaurant now and go get a buffet meal, I mean, it's not like we're doing something out of the ordinary. What are the, you know, the big issue? Can we not do it similar to what we were doing in the past, prior to COVID? I mean, you know, as of right now, numbers are down and everybody's got an opportunity to get a vaccine. I don't know why we treat it like it's, you know, 2020.
You're talking about
Just doing similar to what we've done in the past pre-COVID.
I mean, we're all gonna leave here and go to a buffet or out to eat anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to when I leave here in a minute.
I sort of like the prepared deal, but I think they ought to be able to walk through like they did, just already have it in a little tray and you just pick up your tray. I think that's
Yeah.
that'd be a
Because
little
it's a
bit
good
more
time
sanitary.
to meet and greet, and for people that's busy, they can take theirs to go. You know, it could be.
Just walk through like
You could
they did,
always have
pick
them
up-
serve it in the to-go container, but have them actually put it in there, and that way you're not wasting food, and then
And it-
obviously whoever does that comply with face masks, and then I think a big thing would be, usually we're all crammed in there together at tables, maybe put more tables with fewer chairs and open it up here to where we have more so that we're still doing social
And if you
distancing.
did it in a to-go tray, you would have the choice, you know, I don't wanna eat with everybody, I'm gonna take mine to go, but there might be others that do.
Nah, I think that looked like that'd be good for me. I mean, just say go by and we can, no sense in trying to run it around all over the country. I mean, they can come here and it's fresh, it's warm. Just pick it up and go, and you can sit inside or you can sit in your truck or on the park bench.
So as far as direction, I guess what Amanda was saying, we just need to
Get bids.
And last year, we strictly did it for county employees. Pre-COVID, you know, we had a list of people that we sent invitations to and things of that nature. So I guess I need direction on that as well.
Do the head count on the differences?
It's about 100 people. In pre-COVID, we were doing 250 meals. When we're doing just employees, it's somewhere around 100 to
Give 'em a meal card.
125.
I guess if you wanted to try and go back to the old way, but still try to break up the numbers, you could see if they would let them set up over at the other courthouse, since I know that would be a big part, so you had 2 locations.
You know, I think I like to invite all the other people, but maybe it's just kind of progressively getting back toward what we used to do. Maybe we can just do it for employees and that, because we want our employees to feel appreciated. And I mean, not that we don't appreciate all the other people that come and did it, but just kind of maybe this year, since we're gradually getting back into the way of things were, maybe we can just do our employees only and do it the way that Barry was talking about, just get it together in a tray or something. Because that'll help some of the crowd, you know, the table issue, won't have to have as many tables and stuff. So,
direction that we want to go in is employees only with go trays that they will pick up here at the courthouse.
They'll actually, we need somebody, you know, Coleman or whoever used to serve it to everybody, so we need them to serve as well. Yeah.
And then
Serve
we'll
it in the
have some
to-go tray.
tables set up, and if you choose to eat here,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah, the
Well, and
employees,
what we've done in the past, when they did come here and serve it, was they had the buffet line, but they served it to you in a to-go tray. Everyone got a to-go tray.
yeah, that's right.
that's right.
So if you, it wasn't in just a regular plate, so if you chose to take your plate and leave, you could, or you could eat it here.
Perfect, that's kind of what we're talking about, yeah.
So essentially, we will do, what we were doing pre-COVID,
Just employees.
for employees. Perfect, that's what I need.
Yep. Do you need us to vote on that, or?
I don't think no reason to vote on it. I think we just need some direction, and what I understood that we try to move it back up here and just for employees the
Just
first
for
year.
employees this year. You know,
I think that's all we need to be able to get some quotes.
yeah, okay.
Now, we'll have to probably approve a quote,
Yeah.
or give us permission one to approve it.
Well, we got plenty of time.
Yeah, I think we can take care of it next court meeting to get it, for catering to still have enough time, I think.
And honestly, it's gonna be less than what we have to actually have approved by court. I mean, what we budgeted was actually less than what
okay.
we would have to have approved by court. So it's
Okay.
just, you know, if you all want to approve it, we can bring it back, but I don't, as far as small purchasing requirements, it doesn't require us to bring it back.
Only requirement I think I would say is a local,
And we always do.
you know what I'm saying, a local, yeah, we always.
I typically try to reach out to some of the local restaurants here in Russellville, but if there's one in Lewisburg or Auburn or something, I try to reach out to all of them and make sure that we're asking them for the same things and get quotes, and then we go from there.
Oh, Vicky's is doing it. Okay. All right. Drumhead.
Okay. We got everything we need there, man?
Yeah, I think.
I got 2 trucks already
Yeah.
loaded.
Okay, next item of business is an encroachment for North Logan Water District on Kate's Bypass. And
I don't see anything off of it.
Tyler, I've got the drawing here,
Oh, that's why I ain't seeing it.
right there in that envelope.
I know, but it's not.
Hey, I'm just saying, I hate spending all the money. And then something like it happened. Why can't we stop that from happening?
Lay it out in the middle of the table, everybody will look at it.
And can we?
It's a field. Why we running it?
I mean, I don't.
Hey, I just threw that out.
No, that's weird.
I would always be.
Actually, I think what they're calling for is an actual road cut and laying a steel casing in there, Tyler.
No.
They're talking about an actual road cut and laying a steel casing in there.
They won't cut the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right there.
It's in my district.
Yeah. Hey, as long as they fix it back like they're supposed to.
Yeah, as long as they fix it
They don't have to
back.
cut that road.
Huh?
They ain't bore that road underneath. They use a mower to go underneath.
You know they ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, they can too.
Open cut road.
If they cut that road, they don't need to. You take a mower, go right through that rock and go right underneath.
I think what it is, they subdivided that property and sold it, and different people building houses out there now on the other side of the road, and they want to be able to get in there and service those homes.
We did it right out here at the ground.
Because we can't just get quotes because it's something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay.
So what decision, I mean,
I mean, as far as the encroachment, we just need to,
All they do is, I mean, we give them the easement to do that, and they're supposed to fix it back, correct?
They don't need to cut that road, they can bore under it.
There's got to be a reason why they're wanting to cut it.
Yeah, money.
Is it easier and cheaper to cut
Yeah.
it?
But you can run right through it.
there's a lot of rock out there.
I don't care, they can cut it right through it. We did it right out at the golf course. We set up right out there, just right there at the greens, and dug a ditch back. Put the
Contractor
track,
shall be
put a
responsible.
track down in that sucker, and headed that thing right up to it, and was right underneath.
I don't even.
It's all about money. Now, I'm gonna vote for the road board, because if you ever cut that road, it's gonna always be cut.
Well, it won't ever be right till the roads are resurfaced.
Yeah, and that road's gotta be graded down before it can be resurfaced.
What road is
I
it
mean, dig
again?
it up.
Case
They
bypass.
can go on underneath it, they got,
Oh,
That's what I'm wondering.
this is Newtown Road.
This is the old, no, this is the old Roy's barbecue building. You go down Case bypass here, and then they get that listed there. I think,
listen, guys, there's one rock I want to get over. There's a rock out there. I don't care where you go, you're gonna get in a rock.
I don't care how they do it, as long as they fix the road back right.
They won't fix it right. Get underneath it, you don't have to.
well, East Logan does it on our roads, like,
Without even asking.
without even asking. All the time.
Wow.
All the time. I have to constantly call in.
I'm glad they let us know they was doing it.
So let us know.
But it's your road, Tyler. Tyler.
I get a bid both ways for it.
And they probably have, and they know the
Ain't no,
cutting's the
ain't no
cheapest.
question it'd be high.
I don't know.
You got that envelope?
Yeah.
Because East Logan don't have the equipment to cut it with. Or bore with it.
Thomas, what they're wanting to do is cut the road instead of bore. Jack's saying they need to bore it, because if they cut it, it won't ever be right until the road's resurfaced.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I couldn't catch if it was a cut or a bore.
Well, the only thing they requested is an encroachment by North Logan Water on, I mean, it doesn't say, I don't guess they said, you know, we're gonna either cut or we're gonna bore it, here's your
Well, it
options.
says a 40-foot linear feet
What size
casing,
line is it? What
open
size
cut
line is it?
road crossing.
I didn't see that in my
I
folder.
think it said 3.
It's on that paper that we put in
3
your
inch they can bore, that's
folder.
no problem.
Didn't see that.
Yeah, just allow the encroachment with the understanding.
Y'all should have a copy of that in your,
I think you said,
You're talking about an 8-inch line, but they should be able to bore a 3-inch line pretty easy.
okay, so you say do the approach, but bore.
Yeah,
It says
the
on
understanding
here
it
what
has to be a
size
bore,
line. I
not a
don't want to
road
say
cut.
something wrong.
Or a road, put a 2-inch line bigger than it.
Oh, 8-inch, I'm wrong, 8-inch casing. It's gonna be an 8-inch steel casing.
They're gonna cut it, Tim.
They're gonna have to put that in.
But it's a,
Put a 10-inch.
Put an 8-inch in there,
Well,
boy.
put a 10-inch.
That's an 8-inch casing.
It's an 8-inch, Thomas.
It's an 8-inch casing with a 3-inch line.
An 8-inch casing with 3-inch line. East Logan cuts our roads all the time. I mean, I don't know.
Well, yeah, they don't make it right.
No, it don't make it,
Correct.
it don't make it right, but, you know, this is North Logan versus East Logan.
Just allow, like he said, the encroachment or whatever it's called, and we would appreciate it if they would bore it instead of cut it.
If we just put appreciate, they're gonna cut it. Y'all, I really don't know, whatever y'all.
Are they gonna do it tomorrow? I mean, can we contact North Logan and, or contact Chris?
Encroachment. Oh, I'm just reading.
Oh.
I just learned how to do that last week.
Chris Wilcott's the one that worked the project, so
What's that?
Chris Wilcott's the one that, you know, is doing the project for him.
Right here it says open cut road crossing. So it's gonna be an open cut.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing that?
Right here.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would like some more information on what they're gonna do to the road exactly, and how they plan on, if they did have to cut it, how they gonna,
It's a county road,
you know,
there's what that's be bad.
The state wouldn't let you cut it. The state wouldn't let you cut it. State.
state cuts a long time. They tiles, they just replace.
Well, that's the state.
That's a tile.
We had to put a tile in our county road. We don't bore it.
Well, that's what I do. I put,
Yeah, so.
I cut across, I
mean,
cut
we're
across
right
one
there.
of mine,
South
months
Logan,
ago.
I didn't want on the board.
There. Put a
Hey,
tile across it.
Howard?
Yeah.
I cut across the road. Well, they
I got an
did.
answer
I
for
had to.
Yeah.
Chris said, Billy Harper said open cut based on conversation he had with road crew. That's my understanding. So I think they would be open to a bore. I just think maybe conversations kind of led them to believe that they would, obviously they want to do a cut. That's the easiest.
Right.
If you don't want the road cut, tell them they got to bore it.
Okay.
Good road.
Yeah, it's a good road, and before, that road gotten so high, it's been resurfaced so many times, it's gonna have to be cut down before you can, I mean,
You know, if you cut that road and disturb that soil, it'd take 30 years till it get back compacted.
it's a wide road too. It's a pretty wide road.
40 foot is what the case is designed to be.
Yeah.
You can go down, don't you, Barry?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good road and it's a wide road.
Tyler, if you want to allow the encroachment with the.
In contingency that it's on contingent upon it.
That it's not a cut, that it would be a bowl.
Okay,
Do that.
yeah. Okay, I'll make we need to make a motion for that we want the encroachment to
Yeah.
be? Okay, I'll make a motion that we allow the encroachment with the understanding that it be a bore under the road and not a cut on the road.
Second.
Okay, got a motion from Tyler, second by Jack, to allow the encroachment if it's a bore instead of a road cut. Question? Okay, let's have roll call.
Davenport,
Yes.
Crossley,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Harper.
Yes.
Kyle,
Yes.
Chick.
Yes. And Janice, when we send that letter, we'll have to send it, a letter to Chris and Smokey Smotherman both, you know, telling them what the court decided, okay? Okay, next item of business, we sent this RFP to the company we hired, Compass, for them to view it, and they said before we sign a contract, they want to view a contract too. They said, we have reviewed the RFP and have no changes other than correcting the dates. As it is released to Harper, it's great, it looks great, and we can proceed accordingly. While it says in the next paragraph why it is not a problem to include operation and maintenance costs in the RFP, I did want to point out that we did not believe those costs will likely be eligible uses for the ARPA funds. We would appreciate your ARPA to be used for the analysis, planning, design, and construction costs, which would also account for accounted for the December 26 spending deadline. And I talked to Amy over at Penarol, Ed, and she said wouldn't be no problem changing the dates. Me and her have to get together and decide, you know, what the dates are. And she said that issue with with maintenance, and operational costs, that would have to be addressed in the contract. We wouldn't allow to spend ARPA money for that, Joe. And she said that is the way they addressed it in other counties.
Yeah, we've met a couple times on this, and we did put, still in the, we did two different areas. We did the, there's an area A and area B, I believe, and the area, I don't remember which one exactly it is. I had to go back and look, but basically, we also were in the process of another grant, that's possibility of serving an area. So we separated that as an area, and then everything else we separated. So whenever they respond to the RFP, it'll address both areas separately. So that's why there's two different areas. And you think that's right? Saying that right, Thomas?
Yes, that sounds kind of correct.
Okay. All right. So, I mean,
What I would recommend when we get to talking about the ARPA funds is just commit a portion of what we think we are going to put in the internet, and then maybe this will give us an opportunity.
you ready to go?
Yeah.
Maybe this give us an opportunity to look at that state money we heard about a few minutes ago.
Don't say it.
And then if something happens that
I got a little
the other area don't work out
okay.
that NITA grant, then you'd have a little money you could put there if you needed to.
So, I mean, until we get a budgetary number, when we put this RFP out, I mean, we're going to get essentially, we're going to get a number, right, on so we don't really want to commit.
No, we're not committing anything today.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
You need to get to the hotel.
Okay. All right.
we're just voting today whether we want to go ahead and put this thing out. That's our
Okay.
RFP out.
Yeah. So, absolutely. I mean, I think it's time. I think we need to go ahead and get the wheels turning on this. So I make a motion that we put out the RFP as presented for the broadband project for the county, to partnership with a telco to get some more internet for the county.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and second to go ahead and put the RFP out for the western side of the county, I
West-
guess.
yeah.
Those census blocks. And then we'll, have to wait and see how it comes back in.
Yeah.
But, and then with that being said, we'll get with Amy after court and try to get the dates all straightened out. And get this RFP put out,
Okay.
so. Okay, is there any other questions? If not, let's have a roll call.
Davenport,
Yes.
Crossley.
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Kyle,
Yes.
Chick.
Yes. Okay, I think you got something. Post agenda?
No, not yet. Jack said you want to talk.
I said Jack got some post agenda.
We got a couple things that we want to do in post agenda. Jack's got something. I don't know.
You say what you want.
Oh, okay. As far as, we talked about the mow trim situation we got, and that we've got to get that. We're not getting nowhere with what we've currently got. It's just, every time we get it fixed, it breaks again. So now he's got to get the part that broke, fix again, and get some solenoid or something broke on it. Is that what he said?
Yes.
Something else. So we would like.
The arm broke.
The arm broke, or no, but he's got something else that's got to go back and.
Solenoid.
Yeah, solenoid.
Solenoid's out. It's got
Now
to go back
solenoid's
to
out.
right.
So, we've got to get something that's adequate and dependable that we can keep these roadways clear. So, and to do that, I don't want us to put any more money into this, what we already have. So, that's why we tabled this you know, the forestry head cutter. I'd like to see us put out for bid a piece of machinery that is specific to those tasks. Because it's going to be more, we need to put it out for bid because it's going to be more than the $30,000. You know? So I'd like to see us go ahead and put that out and get the wheels turning because it's going to take us a while to get anything in.
We talking about like a separate pay or something then, all in one unit? Okay.
Yeah, and these all-in-one units, they can grade roads, they can plow snow, they can have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it has attachment for those.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean, it's probably not
It's-
ideal, but you could.
We won't use it for that,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, it's a multi-use if we ever wanted to.
Just don't drag that machine out too far.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
And I guess one thing that I need to know too, do we want to talk about trading in an old unit?
yeah, we do. I think we need to trade it in, but we gotta get it fixed. And if,
I mean,
depending on what
research-
company it is or whether they're interested in it or not, I guess you would say. So, but we do need to offer that we need to trade.
I'll put that in the form of a motion that we put out a request for proposal on,
Bid.
or put out for bid for, to get that piece of equipment for mowing our, like a mow trim, similar, you know, those funds. So, I don't
Trade-in
know how to-
allowance.
And trade in allowance.
In trade-in allowance,
If applicable.
If applicable
Some
for that,
companies
yeah.
probably won't.
yeah, that, we definitely want that as an option if we can. But, yeah, I don't know how to exactly word it, to be honest, but I'd like us to see us put that out.
What is
Now,
it?
this
Is it
might,
tractor?
It's, they really, it's sort of a self-contained unit for right-of-way mowing. I guess that's
Yeah.
the proper way to say.
We would probably
It's-
just equip it, because you can get different attachments, we would just initially equip it to do that,
Yes.
you know, and then we can do other things later.
I'd like to go ahead while we're doing it, because it could get it cheap, but we ought to look at that forestry head for that as we're doing it, because it'd probably be cheaper in a lump sum deal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Well, we need to, it's gonna take a little time, because somebody's gonna have to spec this thing out, and we don't know what we're specking out.
Right.
Second.
So, it's a whole new
We
piece.
could, I'll work with somebody on that, and we'll try to come up with something, but it is a need very much.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to look into putting out a bid for a self-contained trimming and mulching machine,
yeah, whatever you want to call it.
with a mulch head, I guess,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
mower with a mulch head.
Yeah. Jason second.
Gonna be a stump cutter?
And then trade in of the unit we got.
Yes, sir.
So, questions? Do we have a second on that?
Jason did.
There's also, on some of those brands, there's already a state contract as well.
Well, there is, but, sometimes there's options there and you gotta, so much you gotta look up on them things. Don't you, Amanda?
So,
It might have a red
You're next
knob that costs $1 more than the
about the
black
state
knob.
contract.
Well, wasn't that so?
No, that's right.
So, let's have roll call.
He texted me.
Davenport,
Yes.
Crosley,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Kyle,
Yes.
Chick.
Yes. Okay, Jack.
My turn. I want it to be known that I will not run for re-election. I appreciate being the manager for the period of time that I've been, but for reasons that I just don't need to run anymore. So I will not seek re-election.
Well, Jack, I sure have enjoyed being on court with you, buddy, and getting to be better friends with you.
Well,
I've enjoyed it.
He's got you up in the IT world, Jack.
Tell you what,
Tyler-
you're
Tyler-
high-tech
Tyler-
redneck, man.
Tyler's high tech.
We appreciate your service to the county.
Yes,
and everything
sir.
that you
well, I
do.
appreciate
Well,
the county.
you're down to 417 more days, Jack.
Not that anybody else is counting.
Likewise, Jack, I didn't even know you got on court,
Well,
but I've enjoyed working with you.
it's been
I
a
think you-
pleasure and it's
I
been
think
an
you
honor.
made a good master. And with that said, I make a motion we adjourn.
Okay,
Jack, I'll tell
motion
you,
been made
we
to
came on
adjourn.
together, and I really enjoyed getting to know you. I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah.
Where you headed?
Well, you're the one heading out. I'm planning to stay right here.
Thomas said he wished you the best. He said his audio quit off.
Oh, his
cut
audio
off
quit
on
on
him,
him?
but he said he wished you the
Can't
best.
hear y'all.
You can't hear us.
Yeah, best of luck to you, Jack.
Thank you.
Okay, let's have,
Did we have a
let's
second?
have roll call.
I don't think we had a second.
Second.
Davenport,
Yes.
Crosley,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Harper,
Yes.
Kyle,
Yes.
Chick.
Yes.
Janice is keeping us straight. And keeps us straight.